If you're currently not making profit from your Google Ads, the chances are quite high that you make one of the 4 mistakes that I'm going to explain in this video. After working with more than 100 brands, I have seen exactly what is working and what is not working in the advertising market when it comes to Google Ads right now. We work with international partners in our Google Ads agency, and we have more than 40 Google Ads clients right now. My name is Robin, and in this video, I'm going to take you with me with the common reasons why you didn't make profit from your Google Ads and how you can fix that. Without further ado, let's dive right into mistake number 1. Mistake number 1 is an incorrect campaign setup. The Google Ads platform can feel quite overwhelming, especially when you're just starting out and follow the tutorial and the guidelines they provide you in the beginning. You have very limited option, and therefore you go into a structured way of spending more than you initially want with lower results. Therefore, we always skip the tutorial because we need to know that we are in full control of all campaigns and settings that come with it. So mistake number 1 is simply be overwhelmed and using the wrong campaign structure that leads to overspending and decreased results in the end. We want to have as much control from the beginning as possible. That leads to better data, higher conversion rates and more profit. And this comes also with the fact that if you don't have the right campaign structure, this leads to overbidding, because sometimes you bid against yourself and therefore you overbid, so the algorithm can actually earn more money from you, and most of the time advertisers don't even know that they're doing this kind of things. What happens all the time is, for example, if you create a brand name campaign and a shopping campaign, that you don't exclude the brand name from your shopping campaign. So you're initially bidding on your brand name on the first place in a separate account, and in the shopping account and the shopping ads you are bidding against yourself on the brand name as well, leading to an overpriced cost per click, leading to more profit from Google, and you don't even realize that your budget is going throughout the way. So therefore, a wrong campaign structure is one of the first mistakes I always see why people don't make profit from their Google Ads. And that brings us to mistake number 2, a bad quality score for either your campaigns on your website. Google is an auction, right? And people are bidding against each other. But Google implemented the quality score for your website and the campaigns that you created in your account to see how far you level up with other competitors, because all they want is a good experience for the potential visitor that they send to your website. Therefore, they are measuring your website quality in terms of website loading speed and other SEO factors right there when it comes down to the website quality, but also to your campaign structure. So how did you structure your campaigns, how you segment things, how you implemented the right keyword or the wrong keywords. Therefore, you get the quality score of these 2 things, and therefore they will give you a higher or lower ad position, and you potentially pay more or less for this kind of position, depending on also the quality of the traffic you get. So this is one of the mistakes why a lot of people actually don't make profit from their Google Ads, because their quality score from either the website or the campaigns is simply not high enough to dominate compared to the competitors that are out there in the market crushing it. So always make sure to implement a website speed optimization as well to increase quality from the visitor actually on your website, and also make sure that your campaigns are up to level with the quality score that is provided right there. This is super important to keep the cost per click of your account as low as possible, leading to better ad positions and a better ROI. And before we jump into mistake number 3, why you potentially not make profit from your Google Ads, make sure to click the first link in the description. There I implemented my article with extended knowledge that you can literally copy and paste to solve many issues in your Google Ads account, and that lead to directly more profit and an increase in ROAS. All right, let's continue with mistake number 3. Mistake number 3 is a poor product page conversion rate. You need to picture this. We are buying a click from Google that drives a visitor to your product page, right? And on the product page, they need to be converted from a visitor into a paying client. So if, for example, your conversion rate is 1%, so you're just converting 1 person out of 100 with a 50 euros of revenue, and you potentially pay, for example, €1 per click, you spend 100 euros in advertising and you only generated 50 euros back in revenue. That's a very bad result, and actually we want to drive much more conversions from the same 100 people that we buy from the Google Ads, right? So therefore, increasing your product page conversion rate is super important. You need to have a matching price for the market. You need to have appealing product photos. You need to have an SEO optimized product title description. You need to have some reviews going on to build trust. And therefore, these basic elements will make sure that you have a much higher ROI in terms of Google ad spend than the competitors that leaving this important conversion rate hacks behind. Therefore, make sure to check out your own pages, especially starting with the bestsellers and later on all the other products, because we want to provide the best quality for the visitor as possible and therefore lead to more conversions from the same visitors in your account with a better ROI and better profit. And also when it comes down to Google, if they see that you're satisfying more customers in terms of from visitors to paying clients, they will also benefit more from you because they can charge you more and you're going to spend more. So the algorithm can optimize faster and also prefer you as an advertiser because you're going to increase your budget much faster than other competitors who don't book enough profit to invest more into the marketing. So therefore, it's very important to focus on the product page conversion rate, convert more people out of the same visitors from your Google Ads and spend more throughout the Google advertising lifetime of your account, and therefore you will be more trusted advertiser and pick more number one positions and can potentially be more dominant in the auction. And mistake number 4 when it comes down to not making profit from your Google Ads are the actually level of service that your website or company is providing to the visitors that come from Google, right? Because in the shopping listing, you can also see the benefits, what people have buying from you compared to from your competitor, what kind of shipping speed you have, what kind of return policies you have, what kind of refund policies you have, what is the shipping price. So a lot of extra things that are taken in consideration when it comes down to driving visitors to paying clients are also highly linked to your level of service, right? So it's super important that people not only see the product photos and the quality and the title and the description of the product and the price. No, they make also decisions like how fast is the shipping time, how long does the return time take, do I initially need to pay for the return cost, or does the service or the website pay for that? So this kind of things you also need to keep in mind, that the top 1% of advertisers have a top level of service, not only when it comes to a great product quality, but also when it comes down to the optimization on the product page in terms of the pricing, title, appealing images, and the trust, as I explained in mistake number 3 as well. So therefore, it's super important to make sure that the level of service you offer is better. Potentially buy some small inventory in China so your shipping time is faster already leads to a better ROI because you convert more visitors into paying clients that we initially buy from Google Ads in the first place. Whereas if you have a low level of service, people don't want to buy from you if the shipping time is too low, if the return policy is very complicated. So therefore, merchant centers also asking this kind of details in terms of shipping, refund and return processes to display in your shopping ads. So if you truly want to stand out, you minimize both days for the shipping and for the return, potentially make this kind of things free. So you really stand out compared to the competitors and dominate in the spot number 1 when it comes down to shopping and search ads. Now that you know the top 4 reasons why you potentially don't make profit from your Google Ads yet, make sure to click the link in the description with my extended article where I even implement some bonus tips and tricks that you can apply to make directly more profit from your Google Ads, increasing your ROI overnight with the knowledge that I already have working with more than 100 international e-commerce brands before yours. My name is Robin. Thanks for watching this video, and make sure to watch a recommendation video after this where I share exactly my strategy, how to create your very first Google Ads campaigns, leading up for a successful foundation and high potential of scaling profitably throughout the lifetime of your Google Ads account. See you there.